Alright guys, and we're back for part 2. Don't mind Odie, old shop dog here. She loves to hang out with me out here. So, as you can see here, we'll get to it. I've gone through, I've made all my routes. Now some of this might require a little bit of cleanup as I go. I won't really know for sure until I start kind of going at it here. So, now I am using some pre-cut inlay material here. So I've got abalone strips and mother of pearl dots. A lot of this is kind of the old keep it simple stupid, you know. This stuff's pretty readily available. You know, it doesn't just magically make an inlaid fretboard. However, it saves me a lot of time in prep work with this stuff. So, you know, it's essentially I kind of, with this design, I try to think through of what is available and what's going to be the easiest way to achieve a really nice result. So, like I said, I'm going to use this material here, and I'll kind of start putting some of this in now that all of it's cut, and we'll kind of go from there. Another thing that's kind of a detail is if you look at your pearl, as you rotate it, you'll notice it'll kind of flash a little differently. So you kind of, pay a little bit of attention to how you're turning it. A little rotation, and all of a sudden from the angle you're looking at it, it pops really nicely. Can kind of make a difference in how the lighting reacts. So we've got our first little piece here, and I'm going to go ahead and take my little hammer here and sort of tap that in till it's basically flush there. And then we will start to fit in our pieces of shell as we go. I'm going to go through and do all of my pearl, because those are my start and stop points on this, and try to get all of that. Sometimes if you flip it over too, you'll catch that the flash is a little nicer from one section to the other. These are natural materials, so it's kind of all in how the light wants to catch it. So the reason I'm going to do all of the dots first is those are my start and stop points. Those are fixed points. I know that those are all going to fit in nice and snug. And then from there, I can just kind of connect the dots essentially, which with the abalone. I will go ahead and do a little bit of this and then sort of come back and drop in a little bit of that so you can kind of see the process. And sort of how that all goes together. But I'm going to work a little further up the neck first before I switch out to the other. Okay, so you see I've got my abalones a little long here. So what I'm going to do is I've actually had really good luck. I know this might seem odd to you guys, but I've had really good luck actually just using side cuts on this stuff. So I will kind of score a little mark there so I can kind of see where I'm at. I know it's hard to see in there, but a little razor blade, slight amount of scoring, and just nip it with the side cuts, and they seem to work really well, and it seems to cut pretty cleanly. And again, pay attention to your flash. So then, we've got our two pieces of pearl dot, and then we drop in that little abalone, and that kind of makes the connection there for that. Oh yeah, we're gonna get, that's just about perfect there too, so that'll be really nice. And what we've got here is, if you remember, I told you, freehanding this stuff. So what I need to do actually is I need to kind of open that up a little bit. I kind of jogged a little, not perfectly straight, so I'll just take this little razor blade here, just kind of pare away a little bit of the ebony, and sort of open that up a little bit so this will drop in a little smoother. So real close there. Take a little more out of this edge. Sorry, I can't really see the camera angles here, so I hope I'm not, blocking out the view with my big beard or my hat. So bear with me there. Yeah, and I want this turned this way. So as you can see, I mean, there's not really, a magic process necessarily to this stuff. It's, more of just kind of a, it's just tedious. That's the biggest factor here is, it's sort of time consuming. But, we'll come through and we'll keep, plugging away on this, filling in as we go. And, I'll do some photos of it at the end so you guys can kind of see the, final result there. And, thanks for kind of watching and, hanging out and look to see the final pictures. Thanks, guys.